This video is about giving an overview of the data table component made using Vue.js. So this is how we call our component, and the first drop is headers. So therein we pass the header, and this is the sample header that I've included here on the Git link. So the first first key is key, which is used to map the items that we are passing. It should match the key of the item that's being passed, so that we know that this particular cell belongs to this particular column. Also, it acts as the label. Second is the width. If the width here is specified as 26% of the total, which is obviously 100. And third is like whether we want the column to be sortable or not. If we don't want it sortable, then we like if you want it sortable, it's on basis of ascending and descending, and if you don't want sortable, this icon won't appear here. So next is shorten. If shorten is true, which is for the column description, we can see that this particular text is more than length 50, which we are already passing it here, restrict to length 50. So if it's more than the specified length, then it will just end with 3 dots, and later on hovering onto it, it will appear in a tooltip. Next is default sort by. So if you refresh the page, we'll see that the date, it's like this particular icon is a bit highlighted with black and rest are gray. So this is sorted on basis of date and specifically descending order. So we can pass it here on, like if you want to check the latest payment there, then maybe default sort by shall be date. So it's true for date and it's on basis of descending, so that we can see latest on basis of date. Next is data type float. So if we have most of the thing as a string, but to be filter to be worked properly on basis of price range, the data type here for the amount shall be float. So it's handled by passing the particular column's data type as float. Currently it handles string, which is by default, and if you want some like number, then we can use float number or float itself. So this was about the headers settings, and the next is about filters. So here I've passed two filters. First is it can handle actually two filters initially: input date and select range. Input date, as by name, it suggests that it's an element of type input which handles date. This is here. And the parameter that we are like the key that we want to map it with, like we want to map it with column maybe date column, then the key is specified with the column name itself. Moreover, we can pass that minimum maximum date to restrict the time frame which will appear in the calendar, and a label, what label we want it over it, like this is responsive, so filter goes here on the mobile phone, and this is the label for each input. Next is select range. Here it goes, and first we can try sorting on basis of some date, filtering on basis of some date, 28/10/2019. So it got sorted on basis of this. Let's clear it out. And now next filter is select range. So as name suggests, it's a select, and it handles a range for each of the option that it shows. So this is the option what we can pass. One is the label, what we want to show on the select, and what value it shall filter on. Like it will filter from -1000 to -501 and so on. Label again is the same thing as it was for date, just to show for the mobile screen. And default option what we want here to appear, like if it's not price something else, then maybe select X range. So this is all about filter. Before closing, I'll just show like how filter works exactly. If I select 0 to 99, so okay, there's too much things, maybe Yeah, minus 1000 to minus 509. So we can see that all the dates are under this range. Moreover, if you want to try uh, this date and this filter together, then 2301 20 sorry 2019. So here we go. It has filtered even more. And if you want to search something which doesn't appear in this column, then maybe A, B, C, but this doesn't appear. But if you try to search this specific thing, it won't disappear. So now we have all the three filtering, like search and all the two filters working together for us. And if you want the search to appear here for the data component, then we just need to pass search as true, which is optional. If we are not passing filters, then no filter will appear here. And if we are not passing search as true or passing it false, then there won't be any search appearing here. Next is now actions. Uh, this is the sample for action, DS, sample DS for action, and here the type of action that this data component currently handles is edit. And we can type more key here, but I have currently passed description. And what you want to do upon taking this action is like here you have to pass this function, like what action you specifically want to take, and obviously the icon is the type edit material design icon. So here's the action column, and if we click on it, here goes our pop-up, and we can edit the stuff here. Like let's say uh, I'll just edit this thing twice and update it. So we have this thing now updated, and this is persistent. Like we are currently using database. So if we try to search that thing again, here we go, it is updated. So this was all about action. uh, to check it out in your own local server, just clone this repo npm I and just npm run dev. It will run on your local server. So to sum up the feature, it's search, sortable columns, custom filters, and action, editable cell, and responsive for the phone. So that's it.